Hello everyone, this is Marietta Villalobos and I am here to show you how to do Tarraxinha on YouTube. It's been a long time coming and I've been wanting to share my knowledge with you guys. So here I am and I'm going to be uploading weekly videos, hopefully. With the curriculum that I've developed, I have 4 movements that I call origin movements. And any other movement that is not one of the origin movements is going to be called a combination movement. You're going to be hearing me use this terminology throughout the YouTube videos, so make sure that you guys pay attention to what I'm saying and you remember the names, okay? If you like, subscribe and like the video. So now, first thing that we want to talk about is we want to talk about different axes. We have our x-axis, which goes side to side. Any movement that is side to side is your x-axis. Our z-axis is our forward and back. So any movement that's forward and back is going to be our z-axis. And finally, our y-axis, which is up and down. Anything that is up and down is going to be our y-axis. Just to be clear, we are doing pelvic tilts, and pelvic tilts don't require us to go in the y, and they don't require us to go into the z-axis. The pelvic tilt is actually going to be a rotation around the x-axis. So this is my x-axis and this is my pelvis, the top of my hips and the bottom of my hips. These are going to be my thighs and my legs down here. It's going to be a rotation around the x-axis. What we want to do is we want to make sure that our body is straight. So my hips are stacked on top of my shoulders, my legs and everything, my axis is completely straight. You don't want to hinge at the hips and go forward or back. So now, what we want to do is grab your hair, wrap it around your neck. All right, here we go. So now, pelvic tilt is going to start with only your pelvis. So I'm not going to involve my knees. I'm not going to involve my chest. What I'm doing here is I'm placing my hands in front of me so that you can see that my elbows and my shoulders aren't moving. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm lifting my toes, just my toes, so that I can make sure that I'm not leaning forward. This is going to help you stay nice and centered. Now, I want you to imagine that you have a broom in front of you. Grab that broom and place it right in front of your hips, and you should just be rotating around the broom. You should not be pushing into the broom, because then you'd be going into the z-axis. And remember, this is only a rotation around your x. If we move forward, then we're going to do a thrust, and we don't want to thrust in this movement. Not only is it really awkward for someone not expecting to be thrusted, you want to make sure that if you're thrusting, you do it on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Levels is also a word that I'm going to be using often, so please remember that terminology. As far as levels in our pelvic tilt, we are up, our neutral, and our down. Up, neutral, down, neutral, up. Let's do it con la música. Let's go. And up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, neutral, up, neutral, up. Down, neutral, and down, neutral, down. Up, neutral, down. Let's go. And up, neutral, down, up. If you have a hard time and you can't seem to do it standing, I have an answer for you. Once you feel comfortable doing the pelvic tilt, then you can create different musicality with your pelvic tilt. There's a lot of possibility. But without your pelvic tilt, we tend to look quite boring. Your pelvic tilt is in damn near everything that you do Tarraxinha wise, and when it's not, it's very obvious. Awesome sauce, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Tune in every single week. Make sure that you share this video with anyone who's interested in learning Tarraxinha. Please subscribe and like this video. Make sure not to miss all of the other videos that are coming, because there's a lot of videos to come. So we have our 4 origin movements, our pelvic tilt, which we just learned today, our fan, our ironing board, and our pistons, my favorite one. You guys rock. Keep it. No, I really suck at these conclusions. Thank you guys. See you next week.